Right. So roadshow marketing is required because company wants to go for IPO. So they must be knowing that the people should know, people who are potential investors should know that there is a company which is coming for IPO. Right. So because investors should get a enthusiasm towards investing on IPOs. This is where generally roadshow marketing is important. Right. So once the SEC filing is done, once that is been accepted by the SEC, generally roadshow marketing will be taken place so that whoever working on their behalf, third party firms and all everything, will do the roadshow marketing and all everything is here, right? So that is what generally happen here. So once the roadshow marketing is done, next write down pricing. Next pricing, please write down. Investment banking companies set the IPO price, based on the set the IPO price based on the assessment of investors demand. Assessment of investors demand. Investors demand, comma, continuation. Once the offering price is set, the companies will set sell shares to the underwriters at the price. Underwriters at the price. At the price.
Hello.
Yeah, tell me.
So I have written once the offering price is set, the companies will sell shares to the underwriters at the price.
Underwriters. They will sell it to the underwriters, not for the investors, right? Because they have to create market in reference to the shortage, because they have to create, for example, people are coming for IPO. Okay. When this IPO will become successful, if any IPO has got an overwhelming response, then only it will be successful. Otherwise, it won't be. Am I right or not? Yes. Yes or no? Are you listening?
Yes, I am listening. Actually, I got
No.
confused.
Actually, in second point, it is written like underwriting selection.
I will tell you.
Yeah.
For example, an organization has filed for an IPO. Okay. What was their main target? Their main target is to tap the potential investors, right?
Yeah.
They have to tap the potential investors. Investors means buyers who are applying for IPO. When these IPOs will get overwhelming response, when there is a market situation, they have to create a market in such a way that these IPOs are about to complete. These IPOs are about to close. So that artificial market strategy has to be implemented by the investment banking companies. Otherwise, investors don't buy.
Yeah.
Do you understand my point?
So that only limit stocks are available.
Mohsin, Havich.
Yeah,
They create an impression that only limited shares are available.
Yes,
And most
they
of
have
them
to create an impression in such a way that there were limited stocks available. So that sort of market has to be created. That's all part of market strategy. Because see, for example, if there is an IPO which was opened, when you get the curiosity to buy, when you feel that organization, if you are in that industry, in that particular sector, if you are investing 10 rupee, you get 100 rupees means then only you will buy. Am I right or not? Right? So that curiosity has to be increased among the investors. So for that, what usually this invest in stock, this third party people do, third party people has to buy some stocks of the company on their own first, because they have to increase the importance of an IPO in the market. If they want to do it, what is that they have to do? Whatever the IPO price has been set, for that IPO price, first of all, they have to buy the shares. Understand? Clear? Mohsin, Avich, right? Are you clear out?
Yes, yes. So what they will do is, once the offering price is set, the companies will sell shares to the underwriters.
Investment banking companies, underwriters itself will buy the shares first. They will buy. Because this is under the agreement policy between the organization and as well as underwriters. This is in their agreement. Because why you are hiring the underwriters, why you are hiring investment banking companies, why you are doing it, why are we doing that? To make IPO successful. Am I right or not?
Yes.
Yes. To make IPO successful, right? So for that, what they have to do? Initially, they have to buy the shares to create a market where there will be a shortage. There will be a shortage in the IPO, because that's the reason why you can see advertisements will come, right? IPO is closing by so and so date, and all, right? You keep on. I think I'm not sure whether you got the idea or not. Because if you are into stockbroking, any companies, all they will send you the reminders to you, even to email and WhatsApp, all that, right? IPO is opening and closing on so and so particular date. Please rush and file your IPO filing as earliest, right? So you keep on reminders and all, everything you will be getting it, because it's not only about marketing, but they have to create a situation where there is a huge and as well as much demand for IPO. That, of course, to what extent it is successful and failed and all, everything, there are differences.
So Raj, I'm having one question. Yeah, hello.
Please.
I'm having one question. So like as you explained in point number 2, like while selecting the underwriter or the underwriting, first thing is like we are signing the agreement with them that all the shares has to be purchased by the underwriter.
Yes.
So on that basis, each and every company is having the same agreement policy,
yes.
or it differs?
That see on what basis you see. For example, these two have a linkage. I'll tell you one thing. For example,
Yeah.
why you are hiring a third party vendor? You tell me. For your business, why you are hiring a third party vendor? If there is an asset by the third party vendor, then only you will hire them. Am I right?
Okay, yeah.
See, why am I hiring third party vendor? They have to create an environment in such a way my IPO should get succeeded, right? Then only they will get the they will get their money as well as I get my returns from the investors and all that. Am I right or not? Right? So for that, what organizations will do? Organizations and as well as underwriters team will come to an agreement. What was that agreement? Underwriters will agree whatever the set offer price means IPO price, which will be fixed in coming days. On that, they are ready to buy the shares. Understand?
Okay. Yeah.
It is all in their agreement. Every organization do the same. See, if there is, for example, nobody is giving any assurance to you, then what is there to you to pay the prices and all everything to them? What matters? Is there any use of it?
No.
Will there be of any use?
No.
See, it is not only for SEC filing, right? SEC filing is not. SEC filing was done. On what basis SEC filing will be done? Based on the company's financial statements, risk assessment and all that. So this is all one section. This is all one section, right? This proposal creation, underwriting and all. What is the major one? This is the major one.
Okay.
Once SEC filing was done, from here onwards, this is where it is important. Roadshow marketing has to be done successfully. So, as per the agreement done by this underwriting team and all that, they have to buy the
Purchase. Yeah.
shares to create a market in such a way where investors has to come and file. That's the reason why in the beginning, if you remember, I told you, whoever has filed an IPO, there is no guarantee that they will get. There will be a lottery kind of. Some people will get, some people don't get, based on the availability. So not everybody will get IPOs just because of filing. Because whenever people have filed an IPO, what they have to do? They have to book a IPO price and they have to pay the money first. Because normally you have demat account. Do you have an idea? Demat accounts.
Yes.
Yeah.
Demat account is there, right? In that demat account, you have to put that amount. For example, 50,000 rupees is what you want to invest on IPO. You have to put that amount in the demat account. So that amount will be locked, being an investor to you. Whenever the IPO was released, if you got the allotment, that amount will be deducted from your account. If it was not allotted, that money will stand still in your demat account. Understand? Clear?
Yes.
Yeah.
It is not stock purchases. Do remember, right? It is stock purchases means if there is any availability of stock, you can buy, right or not? Shares you can buy. But for IPO, it is not that. You have to apply. Once you have applied in the lottery, if you got it, your money will be deducted from your demat account and that respective shares will be allotted to you after a few days. If it was not allotted for you, your amount will be stand still in the account itself. Understand? Clear?
Yeah.
This lottery will be like randomly, like on system, like there will be some mechanism, right?
Lottery will be there. There will be some mechanism based on that lottery. Based on the lottery, somebody will get IPO. They will get IPO this thing. Somebody may not, because there is no guarantee. Whoever has applied for IPO will get the acceptance, right? It depends on the it also depends on the market condition also. Sometimes, for example, oil and gas prices were good, for example, right? That market was good. Fortunate enough, some of the oil and gas company has recently came into market of IPO. But sometimes that will get clicked? You don't know, right? That depends on, sometimes that will be depending on the market understanding also. That is not completely on road shows and pricing and all. That is also there, but sometimes that is depending on the market conditions. For example, one kind of domain functional kind of is more good in the market because of the global changes or something, like automatically if those people are coming, automatically, for example, I'll give you best example I'll give. At the time of corona, broadband and as well as this mobile this thing were there, right? So those stocks were very good. That was went on well. Why? Because most of the people were depending on the laptops and mobiles at the time of pandemic. Am I right or not? 2 years back. Yes, right or not?
Right.
Shortage also happened a lot.
Huh?
Laptop shortage also happened a lot that time.
Laptop
All the
shortage happened in reference to stock market, I'm saying. In stock market, stock prices of laptops, people who are these broadband connection companies, their prices were shooted up like anything. It was shooted up.
yes,
Why? Because that was the situation where everybody wants internet, everybody wants laptop, everybody wants mobiles, everybody wants this internet and everything, right? So that has becoming 100% mandatory at last 2 years. So what happened automatically? The prices was shooted up. Fortunate enough, if any IPO came that time, who are belongs to this category, automatically it has more advantage. But normally it may not, right? Even though the company is very small, it may not. But just because of the situation, that IPO may get clicked. So that also happens. So it is not something 100% based on the strategy. Sometimes I must tell you, this point we have to admit. Sometimes based on the luck also, IPOs will get clicked, because that you cannot understand the market dynamics all the time. 100% is not in our hands. Even though sometimes we do road shows and all everything, if it was not favorable, then IPOs won't get clicked, because there are a lot of examples we can see. Big companies who has filed for IPO was failed in IPOs. In acquiring,
yes,
failed means acquiring funds. For example, they require somewhere around 500 crores, which is a very small amount. I'm just saying as an example, 500 crores. They hardly get 150, 200 crores, right? Usually it is considered as IPO failure.
yes,
Because failure, it has its own reasons. You cannot say just because of it. That cannot be done, especially in financial and capital market. We cannot say just because of this is failed, because of this is got succeeded. There is nothing of that sort. Sometimes luck also should favor. Luck means conditions should happen. Things whatever is required to happen should happen on the right time and the right place at the right moment. uh, that is not guaranteed for all the IPOs. Sometimes it happens, sometimes it not. Right? Sometimes, as I told you, right, the example I have given. So those kind of situations will also come across. Clear? Understood?
yes.
Yeah.
Right. So this is the thing. And the next 2 points that we're going to discuss tomorrow. Okay. Trading and post IPOs and all that. Right. So these two I'll discuss in tomorrow's session.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Clear? Right,
Yeah.
Mohsen? Right, Avich?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Okay. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.